Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing some advice for new costumers. 1. Do lots of research, whether that's reading books, watching tutorials on YouTube, or reading lots of blogs. Just make sure you can do as much research as possible. When you're new, you really don't know that much about really any of it really. Just do a lot of reading, get as familiar with the type of costuming that you're going to do. If you're doing historical, read a lot of books on historical fashion and look at a lot of pictures on Pinterest. Go and find books with like fashion plates. There's a lot of good books out there with references for that sort of stuff, and just do whatever you can to just start studying the type of costumes that you want to do. Also, reading blogs can be really helpful. You can read blogs from expert costumers who have been doing this for 20 plus years, and you can really learn a lot from them. By seeing what they've done and what's worked and what didn't work is one way that you can learn. You know, take the things that did work and try and apply that to your sewing, and see the things that didn't work for them and say, okay, I'm not going to do that. 2. Know that you're not going to be perfect. Your first costume is probably going to be alright and possibly a disaster. I know that my first costume really wasn't that great. At the time I thought it was amazing, and for me at that time it was amazing. And so just knowing that you're not going to be perfect at first and being able to accept that you're going to be perfect for who you are, that's what you need to know. Because if you go and compare yourself to other people, you're going to be disappointed. Just know that you're going to do the best that you can do, and that that's going to be okay. 3. Always make a mock-up. Never skip the step. I know it sounds like time consuming and costs money and you just want to get started on your costume, but do not skip this. You will learn so much while doing a mock-up. You will learn how your pattern fits you, and you'll be able to make adjustments on your cheap fabric instead of on the fabric you paid $50 for. You'll be able to see how it lays and if you need to change things on it, or if you're modifying the pattern at all, like changing the neckline or letting it in or letting it out. You don't want to do that on your actual fabric, because if you mess up, then you're out however much you spent on that fabric. So always make a mock-up. Your costumes will turn out 100% better. I'm telling you, please do not skip this. It's really something you're not going to want to do at first, but just know that your costumes will be so much better if you do. 4. Take your time. It's going to be a long process, and you're going to need a lot of patience. So just know that it's going to take a while and be okay with that, because you really need to take this slow. And start with simple costumes. My first costume was Princess Leia's senatorial gown from episode 4 of Star Wars. It's a very simple costume, and for me, most of it, I was able to do most of it. I did actually have to have my mom help me a bit with that, but that was a really good first project for me. Start with something simple and just work your way up from there. 5. Just dive into it. Okay, I know I just told you to take it slow and to start simple, but there comes a point when you just have to actually get in there and do it. There's only so much you can learn from reading other people's experiences, and you're going to learn the most when you actually do it. So after you've done all your research and you have your patterns and everything, just dive into it, make your mock-up, and you'll learn the most there. And any mistakes you make, just learn from those and don't make the same mistakes next time. Sometimes it's really frustrating and sometimes it is a little expensive, but you're gonna learn so much when you actually get into that first project, or even if it's your second or your third project, it doesn't matter. Just diving in there and getting into it and just getting into a big mess is how you're gonna learn the most. So I hope this was helpful for anybody new to costuming, or even if you're experienced at all. I would love to hear from you guys. If you have any more advice for new costumers or more experienced costumers, please leave them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.